changes need to start happening right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, ladies and gentlemen. Smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. Subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. We are on the road to 18K. Cannot do it without you guys. Let me give a quick shout out here to the sponsors of the Easy Sports Fan here on YouTube. That's going to be none other than Sleeper. The NFL season is here, which means you now have a chance to 100 times your cash on daily fantasy football. Pick on stats for stars like touchdowns, passing yards, receiving yards, and fantasy points, and more for up to 100 times a payout on Sleeper. Get your picks right, and you can win big. Use promo code AZSF, and you can get up to $100 deposit match up to your first initial deposit. Everything will be in the description below of this video. And not just that, ladies and gentlemen, they are doing another promotion that you can actually link up with that same promotion that I just mentioned to you. Is that if you use the promo code right now, AZSF, upon the initial signing in, you'll also get a free $20 as well to play. So Sleeper's doing a really great thing right now in order for you to download their app and have a lot of fun with just free $20, no deposit needed. So go and make sure you check out Sleeper right now. And proud sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan throughout the entirety of the 2025 season. Okay, now let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, panic button hit. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is not going to be one of those videos that I'm going to give you anything positive to say about this game. No, not at all. This is going to be one of those videos that I've been doing for a very, very long time, which unfortunately we have to come back to the same situation that we've been dealing with as Cardinal fans, right? That's what we are. We're Cardinal fans. Cardinals lose and give the Tennessee Titans their first win on the season with the first overall pick in Cameron Ward that has had a solid no wins on the season. The Cardinals gave them their first. Cardinals now advance to 2-3 on the season. The Buccaneers did a real huge solid in beating the Seattle Seahawks, but the Cardinals couldn't get their job done on their side. Cardinals end up losing another heartbreaker, but not just a heartbreaker, an absolutely unforgivable type of game. I'm going to say this right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time as a Cardinal fan to really let your voice be heard. Really let your voice be heard. I think the Cardinals fans need to unite and really come down to somebody needs to pay for whatever the hell we saw today on this Sunday. The Cardinals at one point were absolutely obliterating, and I mean obliterating, the Tennessee Titans. 21-3. Then it became 21-6. And then some more points were scored. And then there was a very, very unforgivable Amari DeMarcado releasing of the ball before he hit the end zone. After that play was made and that touchdown was taken away from the Cardinals, everything just went down the drain from there. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The Arizona Cardinals offense in the second half was nowhere to be seen. We scored 14 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second quarter, the third quarter and the fourth quarter, nothing, non-existent. 3 and outs, looking terrible. Penalties hurt us. Everything was just going wrong for the Arizona Cardinals. It seemed like this game was going to be a good one, especially when you see Michael Carter score a touchdown, Bam Knight score a touchdown, Kyler Murray using his legs and scored a touchdown. He ended up finishing this game 23 of 31, 220 yards. Not bad. Amari DeMarcado, 3 carries, 81 yards. He's the one we're going to talk about in a little bit. And then it also started off really good as well with Marvin Harrison Jr., 4 receptions, 98 yards. He caught it in the 43-yard. Could have been a touchdown, but he was down at the 2 or the 1 yard line, so they took it back. But how they used Marvin Harrison Jr. in the beginning of this game, brilliant. What happened? Why did they go away? Why did they go away from Marv? Why did they go away from Trey McBride, right? Big questions. We still don't obviously have answers to, because it's the same thing that we've been seeing over and over again. Trey McBride had 5 receptions, 41 yards. Marvin, 4 receptions, 98 yards. Guys, this has nothing to do with Marvin Harrison Jr. This has nothing to do with the playmakers that we have on this field. This has to do with the coaching staff, and this has to do with who is at the helm at the quarterback position. Now, is this game fully on Kyler Murray? I hate that we always have to kind of give this disclaimer out, because people always want to run to the podium and say, well, it's not all on Kyler. Well, let me give you this. No, it's not all on Kyler. But also, he really didn't do anything to help out the Cardinals either, right? There was a real big boneheaded mistake that they didn't end up getting any points out of it. But like for every magical moment Kyler Murray gets, there's one or two boneheaded, what in the living hell are you doing, Kyler Murray moments that follow suit, right? Whether it was that amazing play in the game a few games back, and then he ends up throwing an interception 2 or 3 plays later, right? Throwing multiple interceptions in the second half of the season, and the Arizona Cardinals don't really look, you know, confident or competent in the second half on the offense. Now, this loss isn't on the defense. I'm going to be real. This loss is not on the defense. Now, is this the third straight game that the Arizona Cardinals defense could not make a stop at the end of the game? It is. But this offense had plenty of opportunity to put this team away, and they didn't do it. What is the problem with this offense not being able to take care of what they need to take care of? This Tennessee Titans was this was a team you needed to beat. Let me just be real here. This was a team you absolutely needed to beat. It was 3 sacks on Kyler, 2 sacks on Cameron Ward. Penalties kind of were a little bit of a mess. We had 8 penalties, 47 yards. They had 6 penalties, 35 yards. Time of possession, we were pretty solid on that with 32 minutes to their 27 minutes. But overall, the offense just went MIA. It went MIA. Kyler Murray ended up getting hurt with a foot injury. Left for maybe 2 plays. He ended up coming back. We saw a little glimpse of Jacoby Brissett. Unfortunately, Tip Ryman ended up going down. Prayers up to him, but the cart went out. And was it an ankle/leg injury? Whatever it was bad. It was bad. I don't expect Tip Ryman to be coming back anytime soon this year. It looked bad. But this is not a playoff team at all. This Arizona Cardinal team is far from a playoff team. This is supposed to be year 3 of a rebuild that we're supposed to get over the hump. And guess what? We're not there yet. Why? What's the common denominator here, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's also put some blame on Drew Petzing. With those last plays that we ended up having there, right? Those last drives, we weren't even playing for a first down. We were completely allowing them to stop us and use their timeouts. And I knew it. At that very moment, I was like, this Arizona Cardinal team can literally be like, if we don't get a first down here, we could potentially lose. I said this on my live stream, and guess what? The Tennessee Titans moved on up and took care of business. Now, I don't like the way our defense plays in the last drive. It's been happening all 3 games that the Cardinals have been losing. We're playing very soft. Very, very soft for the Arizona. I don't like it. I really don't. I think something needs to change with that philosophy or that mindset of, just, let them take whatever they can in the middle of the field. And, as long as we keep them from going out of bounds, everything's fine. No, something needs to change there. But this loss is not on the defense. Not one bit. Not one bit. Is the inconsistencies of the offense that we've been talking about for over a year now. It's the same thing that we're seeing year in and year out. And the moment Kyler Murray gets pressure, the moment that Kyler Murray feels a little frazzled, he gets to be a shell of himself. He's not the Kyler Murray that we saw in the first 2 quarters. It's the inconsistencies that we've been talking about for Kyler Murray. Happens every year. Every single year. Is Kyler Murray the problem? No, but he's not the solution. He isn't. He absolutely is not. If you're sitting and allowing Budda Baker to get everybody riled up and get excited about, we got this, guys, we got this defense, and you're sitting there and not doing anything to your team, you're far from the leader that I need you to be. You're getting paid $40+ million to be that guy, Kyler Murray. That's what you're getting paid to be. To win these games that you should be winning. And it's so funny. In the second quarter, I was gloating about, oh man, it's so cool. It's so awesome to feel that we have a team that we're looking on our schedule and we said, oh, well, we should win that team. And we were dominating, right? It's so cool. It's such a good feeling. Oh, puppies, rainbows, hugs. But then you see this debacle, this terrible offense, this horrendous lack of leadership offense, this lack of leadership of a team that cannot finish the job. This team is far from a playoff team. The Colts better wipe the floor with this Cardinal team, and they're going to. They're absolutely going to. But here's the question. When is enough enough? When is enough where we can look here and say, well, we know what the problem is? Bidwell, Monty, Jonathan Gannon, Drew Petzing, Kyler Murray. There's so many problems on this team, and this is not what you should be dealing with in a year 3 of a rebuild. This should not be dealing with that at all. I don't care about stats. I don't care about highlights. I don't care that you're taking your guys to California. What really matters to me is wins. That's the most important thing, wins. And you can't beat the Tennessee Titans. You let them come into your house, and you let them beat you. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And I'm not going to come. Cam Ward had a solid game. He was 21 for 39, 265 yards, 1 interception. Other than that, I mean, he really didn't do too much, right? We contained Tony Pollard, but this offense can't do nothing. They can't do nothing right. They play too conservative. They don't play to win. They don't have the intensity to put the dagger in the heart. They don't have that. They don't have that it factor. They don't have that. And that's what this team is missing. True leadership, true alpha male dogs. They don't got that at all. We seriously need to see something change here. Seriously need to see something change here with this Arizona Cardinals organization. Somebody needs to pay for the Amari DeMarcado ball that fell down. I don't know who he thinks he is. Emmitt Smith, Adrian Peters. Who are you, Amari, that you think that you're just going to be able to do that and everything's fine? Who are you? You're a third string running back, Amari DeMarcado, to think that you should be doing that? You cost this team the game. Not just that, the offense cost this team the game. This coaching staff cost this team the game. This team couldn't score anything in the second half. The intensity was turned up for the Tennessee Titans, and the Arizona Cardinals allow them to take their lunch money. Now, I don't even understand how when Dadrian Taylor Demerson ended up getting that interception, he fell to the ground, and then they called it as it's a fumble recovered by the Tennessee Titans. I honestly don't think that's a fumble. I don't think it is. I think that's probably, call it an incomplete catch if you want, but that's not a fumble, at least in my opinion. Call me biased, whatever. I don't understand that play. I really don't. There was another point swing there for the Cardinals. This is a highly unacceptable loss to Jonathan Gannon, Drew Petzing. Everybody that belongs within this Arizona Cardinals organization has absolutely failed this rebuild. No excuses. It's done. Cooked. We need a real big overhaul with this Arizona Cardinal team. We need a leader to come up. And it ain't nobody here in this locker room. Ain't nobody. Nobody. Want to give a huge shout out here to Sleeper. We're going to go live a little later on today. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to hear what you guys have to say as well. So if you guys stayed this long, I appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you for being here. We're going to go live later on. Make sure you come in. Let me know how you're feeling. Am I overreacting or are you pissed off too? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cardinals.